Reptile.
How are you doing as I check our connection? A couple messages for the viewers, so pick a section, have a seat. Yeah, I know this is different, quit with the questions. Allow me a second, please, to make my first impression.
YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another Pounds 978 custom video, and I am not completely healed, so I probably shouldn't be making this video. Nonetheless, I always wanted to review these Mortal Kombat Storm collectible figures. I got pretty much all of them. Rock is on his way, should be here tomorrow. Reptile is one of my favorites. Ermac, not so much, but I do have Ermac here as well. My son wanted to kind of look at Ermac while I was playing with Reptile. But Reptile is one of my favorites, along with Scorpion and Sub-Zero. My favorite characters from the game, so I couldn't be happier when I found out Storm Collectibles releasing ninjas, and then they started releasing all the ninjas. A lot of people had issues. They were complaining about ninja repaints, but not me. I mean, the ninjas were the main guys I went to in the Mortal Kombat game, aside from Liu Kang and maybe Raiden. Not so easy to get now. Reptile, one of the original ninjas. Reptile is the last known surviving member of his race. He has since made Outworld his home. Shao Kahn has made use of Reptile's mastery of stealth to spy on suspected traitors and slay known enemies of the Empire. Here's the back artwork. Looks really cool. Tells you everything that comes in this box, all the accessories and swappable parts. How cool is that? It does come with an instruction manual. Pretty rare these days. I remember when Hasbro Legends used to come with instructions. These are pretty awesome though, because these toys aren't that really popular. You may not know how to swap parts, so I'm grateful for this. And believe it or not, as easy as you may think it is, some of it's not really easy. Backside of the book, nothing special. Does look cool. Feel like I'm shooting the whole thing black and white. This is the insert. At first I thought they were all unique. Reptiles was green, but come to find out, they're all exactly the same. But it looks dope, I gotta say that. All of these Storm collectible figures come with a ton of accessories. Reptile is no exception. He has a tongue, an unmasked reptile head, a different mask, a bunch of hands, and 2 weapon effects. What more could you ask for? Alright, this is gonna suck because the main purpose of these figures are their articulation and posability. And right now I'm so hindered, my thumb is beat. I'm not gonna be able to pose this guy around. And that sucks because you guys need to see the articulation on this figure. This is one of the most amazing articulated figures in this generation. And I think Bluefin is kind of sweeping up the toy industry by storm. No pun intended, but maybe that's just it. Maybe it is called Storm Collectibles because they are sweeping up the industry by storm. And a guy like myself, who's relatively new into the action figure world and doesn't really spend too much money on high import figures, saw these and I immediately knew I needed to collect these. They look like their video game counterparts, even more realistic. Whoa, seen that? This guy's moving on his own. Based off the Mortal Kombat 2 design, where he was a secret character, and in order to fight him you had to do this like specific sequence, wait for the moon at the pit and end up at Goro's lair. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was a specific thing in order to fight Reptile. But it was one of the coolest things to see. One of the first times we were introduced to secret characters. But let's talk about the action figure. It isn't perfect. There are a few things that may bug you or bugs me. Overall though, I am super pleased. Like, I traveled to New York Comic-Con to get a couple of these guys, Goro, Shao Kahn. Well, not Shao Kahn, I actually ordered that through a friend of mine's. But Goro and Smoke. Who else? There's one more guy. Goro, Smoke, Rain, was it? Was it Rain? I'm next. What's up, brother? Can I get a Goro, Rain, Smoke?
223.19.
Just double count this. Can I put this with that? Thank you, boss.
Email, text, or print for yours?
Print, please. Damn, son! New York Comic-Con was a wonderful experience. Shout out to my boy Jason Schmerden and Relics Rain. We was out there having fun. But yes, these figures are so worth it that I was willing to travel. I saved up about $700-800 just to go to Comic-Con for the experience and get in line to purchase these exclusive figures. Each and every one of them are exclusive to a con. I mean, sometimes they'll get released through GameStop and through Big Bad Toy Store, or even through Storm Collectibles themselves. But they do sell out really fast, and the aftermarket prices aren't friendly. You are not going to want to pay $250 to $300 for a brand new Scorpion or Sub-Zero. That's just the way it is right now. These toys are pretty scarce, and that's probably one of the issues about these figures are you can't find them anywhere. Once they go, and if you want it, you got to pay the piper. And that's sad because not everyone can just pick one of these up if you want to. You got to kind of be on point and know when they're going to release. It's kind of like a pair of Jordans, right? When they release, you got to know when, how to get them, get a ticket. Whatever it takes for you to get them, you got to get it. And this is just the way it is with these figures right now. Price-wise, these guys go for about $60, $70, depending on where you're ordering from and shipping costs and stuff like that. So that's all right. It's not too expensive. It's a little higher than Legends, but not as high as import figures. For all the accessories that are coming inside the box, I think it's pretty reasonable, and the articulation this figure does give you is also reasonable. And then the character design, that's pretty great actually, now that I think about it. The only problem is the accessibility. You're not going to be able to get this if you don't know where to find it, and that's, again, that sucks. But guys, I hope you like this review. I didn't really do it the way I wanted to. I wanted to present it in a much more professional way. I felt like there's so much to talk about with this figure, but most of all, it was like a show and tell where I could be able to show you what this figure can do. And if you want to see something like that, go check out Plastic Addict's videos. He actually did some cool reviews on smoke and rain, and he had smoke in his background. He had some cool backgrounds. Go check that out. I guarantee you're gonna love it. But in the meantime, guys, feel free to give a guy a thumb up. Thinking about my injury. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't. Comment down below your thoughts on Reptile. I don't know where to get Reptile for cheap. I know someone asked me that. eBay is probably the best place, or just keep checking Big Bad Toy Store. I know they have the bloody variants up there right now. But guys, feel free to sub. See you soon. Thanks.
You choose to subscribe, you the man. Yes, you. Everyone below in the comments, yes, you too. Thank you very much for showing me love. Who knew? It's ironic how we think out the box for you too, right?
Sing, 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 sing. Everybody.